I've been trying to find that perfect match, mix and match of acceleration, lands, disruption, and everything that else that's required to make a deck perfect, or as perfect as it can be. Still working on the Edric deck a bit, and in that process I had a few games that I thought you might be interested in, and at the end of the recording I will bring up the deck list so you can pause it, and hopefully that will help out a bit if you're interested. Anyway, my opponent here is playing Nin the Pain Artist, and my hand will be up at the top of the screen, and I'm going second. So I have a fairly slow hand, and he's got a Tomb. But I do have Sylvan Library. And since he doesn't do anything, I just play my Wasteland and pass the turn to see if he had an end of turn play. And when he doesn't make one during his upkeep, I immediately kill his Tomb. So for his turn, he fetches an Impulse, and that gives me my window to get Sylvan Library down. But that gives him the ability to play Trinket Mage for Soul Ring, so he's right back in it on the fast mana draw. So I play Arbor Elf and Sago, and he's able to play Soul Ring, copy the Soul Ring. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana to my 4. Now, currently I don't have Wood Elves in here. I've switched it to the Elf who draws a card for 2 mana. It may go back to Wood Elves, I don't know. Maybe neither. I'm kind of fiddling around with that slot. But in this game it was Wood Elves. It worked out pretty nicely here, because it allowed me to catch up on mana. And he impulses into turn, and then kills Edric with Turn and Burn. He just uses Burn. So, to go with his double Soul Ring, he has a Mana Crypt. So he gets down Nin, he's down to 4 cards in hand, obviously completely insane if he activates this thing, I lose. However, I've got good stuff happening over here. So I pay some more life? No, I guess I don't. I do for Tomb. So what I do is I cast Witness prior to doing anything, prior to doing what I want. That way I'm able to, and the reason I did that was to see if he had a counter, because I'm thinking that he would have countered if he would have countered the Witness, because I can pick up the Wasteland and waste his command tower, and then he wouldn't have any blue. So he didn't counter the Witness, which was just a test spell. I instead play Guy's Cradle and cast Battlekin Shackles. Turns out he's got a Leak, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. So if I pay 3 mana, I will only have 1 mana left, and I won't be able to activate Battlekin Shackles. And then once he activates an end, he probably wins the game. However, unbeknownst to him, I've got a trick. And that trick is snapping Eternal Witness to untap Cradle and Tomb, which makes it very easy to pay the mana cost. He then dazes, and I spend the last mana in my pool to pay the daze cost. Shackles comes down, and I take his Nin the Pain Artist. Crazy. If I hadn't untapped Tomb there, if I had untapped Cradle and a land, I would have had enough mana to do all this, except for the daze. And I definitely didn't see it coming, but I felt like I didn't see it coming, but I just felt like maximizing my mana was right. So, luckily I did. And now he's down to 4 cards in hand, no Nin in play. However, so I set a few lands on top for Oracle, strip away his Volcanic Island there. Now I can't actually activate his Nin because I can't get red. This isn't clean. So when he backdoor fictions in response to the strip mine there, I make 2 piles like this: Jason Brainstorm or Double Island Shop. He takes Jason Brainstorm, and I'm going for mana crushing this game, so I was okay with that. So I cast Oracle, revealing, of course, an island, which, of course, as you remember, is on top of a forest, but that's not what my purpose is. I actually then cast a Witness, and he's got a Crumple. So I was hoping to get the Witness down, pick up the Wasteland, kill his command tower. Then he wouldn't even be able to play Jace without another blue. But he does have a counter for Witness, so instead I just play the island off to the top and cast Birthing Pod, and then untap my breeding pool and immediately pod away my Wood Elves in order to fetch up Glenulendra and leave a blue untapped for his Jace. So he casts Brainstorm, of course that's not what the counter's for, and then he gives up. That was pretty cool how that worked, facing down double Soul Ring and the Crypt in a Nin deck, and winning satisfactorily. So for the next game, I am... Now you can see the Wood Elf has become Elvish Visionary, and I'm playing against Carador Ghost Chieftain. And I think I decide to keep this hand. In fact, I do. And it's because I have the Visionary, and all I need is a forest or an island. It's a good hand because if I draw an island, I have Leak, Remand, and Storm. If I draw a forest, I've got Visionary, and I can clamp it for an Ancestral Recall. But I draw Bloom Tender. So during his upkeep, I kill his forest because at this point, he wasn't able to do anything with 2 mana. So hopefully he won't be able to do anything with this turn, and it gives me another chance to find mana. And I don't need... Normally I would not sack land when I'm digging for it, but I just need 1 so that I can start clamping and whatnot, and I should be fine. And I draw Forest. Perfect. So down comes Visionary, and my hand goes to 6, and then I play the Clamp, and I activate it, go up to 8 cards, and throw a Trastodon. Which was something I considered... I was really tough decision there, because for one thing it's an amazing later turn play, and it won't take long for me to get mana. But on the other hand, also he's playing Carador, which means he's probably playing some Reanimation. Although Carador reanimates their own stuff, it seems like people's commanders often influence the decision they make. Like, they think that if they have a commander that reanimates, they should play a deck full of Reanimation. And well, this player may be better than that. I thought, you know, if he does have like Enemy Dead, that could really bite me. So 4 cards since I've drew my first land, my forest, and I haven't found any land yet. He's able to harmonize. And also, he makes a horrible play there, Harmonic Sliver killing a tap mana vault instead of Clamp. But we'll see if that matters. He throws away a Teneb off of the Harmonize. So I drew a City of Brass and decided, sorry for all the yawning, decided I would go ahead and just give him another opportunity to cast a spell, brainstorm, and see if I can make the best decision possible here. So I think what I put back was, what did I put back? Mana Leak and Remand. So there's a Remand on top of a Mana Leak. So I play my Bloom Tender and pass, and he decides he wants to keep me under mana. He wants to keep my mana suppressed, so he mortifies it. So I guess that's what he's been targeting with the vault and whatnot. And then plays a Selesnya Sanctuary, so that's always nice to get these types of lands mid-game. But I have Garruk. Things are about to get pretty nice for me. So Garruk comes down and taps 2 lands, and I pass for the turn. And he goes from Burial Rites. I thought he might go for his commander. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But he's actually 1 mana short. So he goes for Rites on Teneb. And that is a tasty mana drain target. So I do. And thanks to the power of the drain, I've got so much mana. I'm able to regrow Trastodon harassed it on him, killing white, white, and white, and even play Lionel Ralph, which is perfect, because he decides to send everything at Garrick, and if you take a look, block 1, block 2, Garrick lives. I'll happily trade, not happily, but I will trade a Lionel Ralph for a Soul Ring, basically. So I draw Snap, which is pretty awesome right here. So I'm able to just clear out an elephant. And he plays a Grizzly Salvage in response, not a big deal. There. Putting Blood Gift Demon in his hand. No, Blood Gift Demon in the graveyard. I don't know what he takes. Oh, he takes Disciple of Bolas. I get it. That makes a lot of sense, actually. If he draws one line, he could draw 3 cards here, potentially. But Edric and Smash. Find myself a nice little tropical island and draw 2 more cards. And then he goes for Secura, and I just leak it because now I'm trying to mana screw him instead of the other way around. He sends both at Garrick, but it's completely ludicrous attack. 2/2 blocks a 1/1 and a 9/9 blocks a 3/3. I figured he might have some. He might have black 1. All creatures get -1/-1 till end of turn. I think it's infest. I don't remember what it is, but that might be the -2/-2 one. But no, he's just got Animate Dead for Teneb. Okay, so he animates Teneb. Luckily, Trastodon is out of my graveyard by now. And I think, hey, Teneb, that's a pretty good creature. I'd like to use that. Thank you. And with 1 floating, well, he gives up. I had good things happening there. So pretty good considering how mana shy I was. In this game, awesome. Because I mulligan. Oh, I'm using Gleeful Sabotage now again. Another mid-game change. And decide that this is too slow for him. Like, it just doesn't have any. There's no game plan here. I mean, what is the plan? Maybe I Force of Will something and then hope he gives me a target for Metamorph. Hope I draw a forest. Just doesn't seem like a good plan. So I mulligan into this. Strictly worse than the last hand. Mulligan into that. Unplayable. This, pretty awful if this had been like a bird or something. And 2 cards, alright, mana and a card that's cheap and produces more mana. I will keep those. This 2-card hand is better than my 7, 6, 5, 4, and 3 card hands all were. Night's Optic of Flood it's trying to go with it. How awesome. And a Crypt. Wow. So he Demonic Tutors. But it doesn't matter because I apparently have Demonic Tutoring power myself. I have Empiric Tutoring power every turn, it seems. So I'm drawing exactly what I want. Look at that. Sylvan Ranger. How much better could that... Like, that's the perfect card. So I Sylvan Ranger into Forest. Play a Forest for Fellows. Cast Edric and draw a card. And yeah, this was a mulligan to 2. So he gets Hunting Wilds. He gets to put a couple more lands into play. And I draw Forbid. Plus, I'm going to draw some more cards. So I draw a bunch of stuff. And look at that! How ridiculous! And Vaults Trastodon. Boom, boom. Boom. No black mana for him. And all of a sudden, man, he's not doing so well. Now, of course, if he killed Trastodon here, I'd be pretty solid. Road to Recovery. Start of his Road to Recovery there. But he's got our Worthless Boots. So I'll go ahead and just beat the damage, I think. Yeah. And cast Map. Sack for Strip Mine. Strip away his black there. And I know I didn't draw Force of Will. I drew Tezzeret, I want to say. Yeah, we're we're gonna get a glitch. Oh no, I drew green sun zenith. So anyway, a zenith there. But it looks like we're going to glitch out. Doesn't matter though, as you can see, it gives up. So even on the mulligan to 2, fortunately the deck is able to do some pretty cool things. That's why I saved that one for last. Anyway, this is the build of the evening. I've been playing with it somewhat here. I still don't have the land where you can make creatures uncounterable by naming a type, like a name elf or whatever. I took out the Signet for now, and I put in this Visionary because I have Symbiote in here. I just wanted a little more action to go with him. I switched Nature's Claim for the Glamour, mainly because earlier I had a game where I transmuted Muddle the Mixture and I couldn't get a disenchant. And if I would have been able to, I would have won against an active GT. That was the only thing keeping my opponent in the game. But because I wasn't able to, it was a super hard game, and I may have even lost that game. So I think having a 2-mana disenchant's actually a step up in utility for me. And then among them all, I'm choosing the Glamour right now because I like the fact that it gets rid of anything indestructible, whatever. It gets rid of it, and if they're playing green, they can't regrow it. If it happens to be their commander, then it's a tuck. So I really like that. The other option, and I like the fact that it's an instant, so switch to that for now. What else? I pulled the Chrome Mox. I had a game earlier where I top decked Chrome Mox. Had I drawn what I replaced it with, which was the Bribery, had been out for a little while, to try to give the deck some more speed, but I think Bribery is too broken to be out of the deck. I think the fact that Bribery is frequently a blue natural order is a reason to keep it in here. Anyway, yeah, I top decked Chrome Mox and was pretty upset, so I pulled it again. Can't remember what else is going on here, but basically it's got all the good stuff. Signet's out. Unfortunately, I certainly would like to have a Signet in here, but cards. Space had to be made somewhere. Essentially, the Signet is the Wirewood Symbiote. So, yeah, that's the whole thing there, and I do hope that you enjoyed watching these games. I knew that late I'm not as entertaining, perhaps, of a recorder, but hopefully I'll make it up to you next time. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you again.